This video is brought to you by Black Dragon Miniatures. Go check out their website today at blackdragonminiatures.com for all your wargaming and hobby needs. Badly Drawn Death is a game designed by my good friend Stefan Ashwell. So here's my quick review of the game. Badly Drawn Death is a quick, fun, brutal, hilarious, deadly, intense, and finally stupid battle card game that plays 2 to 5 players and will last anywhere between 10 to 30 minutes per game. The characters revealed in this game so far are Rabbo, a crazy killer rabbit that doesn't like anyone. Badly the bear. He's a grizzly bear who's extremely clumsy. And Dave. Yeah, that's right, he's just called Dave because everybody knows a Dave, right? 2 more characters will be revealed during the Kickstarter campaign, so keep an eye out for those individuals when they are announced. And with that said, let's move on to the game. The goal of Badly Drawn Death is to kill your friends in ridiculous and stupid ways, and be the last remaining player. Killing your friends in this game can be very, very easy. Maybe you want to kill your friend by using a badly driven tank, or maybe by using a shark tank with an anvil surprise. But your friends have a variety of ways to stop this, and I'm about to show you how this game is played. So, in this game, we have types of cards, and the variety of cards are as follows. We have attack cards, health cards, action cards, armor cards, and item cards. First, we'll talk about attack cards. These cards are the cards you will use to kill your friends with. For example, maybe you want to kill them with a runaway steam train. Or maybe by a parachute sabotage. Ouch, that looked like it hurt. Attack cards cause damage to your opponents. The number at the top right of this card is how much damage you will cause with this attack. Some attack cards cause additional effects. Instructions are given on the card, so just follow them. After the attack has taken place the attack card in the discard pile. Remember, you can only play 1 attack card per turn. Moving on, we have the health cards. These cards help you in the game because these are your health points. Maybe your character wants to gain health points by eating a chocolate bar, for example. Or maybe a slice of cheese. Tasty. Plus, if you don't want to keep any cards, you can flip any card you have in your hand over to grant you 1 health point. Remember, every little helps in this game. Health cards are placed to the right of your character card. When someone attacks you, you must discard health up to the amount of the damage caused. Health 2 cards can be flipped to take 1 damage. Health 3 cards have 3 health at the top and 2 health at the bottom, so you rotate these cards to how much damage you have taken. Action cards. These cards can change the game in an instant, whether it be drawing more cards with I have an idea, or the card Runaway, granting you the ability not to be targeted by an attack card until your next turn. Very, very sneaky. Action cards perform an action immediately, and then they are placed in the discard pile. Follow the instructions on the card to perform the action correctly. Unless stated on the card, action cards can only be played during your turn. Armor cards. These cards can be brought by discarding 2 cards from your hand during your turn, and these cards can block any attack. There are only a small amount of armor cards depending on how many players there are in the game you're playing. And plus, who doesn't like a magical bear bikini? Armor cards are placed above your character card. An armor card can be destroyed to stop all damage from an attack, and then you place it in the destroyed pile. Moving on to the final card. Now this is the item cards. These cards can give you multiple bonuses to help you stay alive longer. For example, you might build yourself a bunker. Item cards have an ongoing effect and can stay in play until removed by another card's effect. Now, with the cards out of the way, let's move on to the gameplay and how a turn looks in Badly Drawn Death. First of all, decide how many players there will be playing this game, and everyone chooses one character. For example, we will be using Badly, because this guy is named after me. And remember, your character has 1 health point to begin the game with, as the character card itself is classed as 1 health point. We then separate the armor cards from the main deck into 2 decks. This is the armor deck and the main deck. Depending on how many players there are, you will need to look inside the rulebook to see how many armor cards you should have for your game. Then each player draws a starting hand, and you will start the game with... That's right, 5 cards. Then choose someone to take the first turn. This could be the last person who sneezed, or the first person to touch their nose. You decide, and then let the madness begin. In a game of Badly Drawn Death, you will have 2 rounds of no attack cards being played on one another. This gives you, as a player, 2 turns to build up your character by acquiring armor, using health cards, and item cards. Action cards can also be played during these 2 turns as well. Place any health cards to the right side of your character, and any item cards to the left side of your character. These will stay out in front of you so other players can see what you have. After the 2 rounds have passed, players can begin killing one another by playing attack cards. Players take turns in clockwise order, and you can do the following during your turn. At the start of each player's turn, you will draw 2 cards from the main deck, and then your turn begins. Now, there are 4 key points to remember during your turn. Number 1, your turn will end as soon as you play an attack card on another player. So make sure you play the cards you want to play before playing it. Or, if you don't want to play an attack card, you can end your turn there if you want to. But seeming it's called Badly Drawn Death, it'll be rude not to attack another player. Number 2, you can play as many cards as you like during your turn, but be aware other players will notice this, so play wisely. Number 3, you can discard 2 cards from your hand to acquire a piece of armor, and this will be placed above your character like so. Now, you can do this multiple times during your turn. Now just be aware of the cost of armor, and remember, depending on how many players you have, armor can run out very quickly. And number 4, remember, if you need any health, you can turn over a card at any point and place it next to your health side of your character card for 1 health point. Remember, every little counts. Now, when the main deck runs out, reshuffle the discard pile to create a brand new main deck and continue the game. And with that important information out of the way, that is how Badly Drawn Death is played. Badly Drawn Death to me is one of those games where you can play it at the beginning of a game's night before you get to your big game, or a game where you'll end up having another game, and then it will just take over your game's night. I can tell you multiple times where I have played this game with friends, whether it be testing or even the final copy, where the game has not been the same. That the game is pretty much unpredictable every time you play it, and after you've finished your first game and you go into your second game, it's unpredictable again because you don't know what your friends are going to be doing and what cards you're going to be getting, and it just has that replayability factor of just you don't know what's happening next. And I think the amount of depth in this game is quite surprising, and I think it will surprise a lot of people. When you play this game multiple times, you'll realise, oh my gosh, there's this, and oh my gosh, I could have done this, I could have done that. And that's one thing of the strengths to this game. So my overview / review of this game is that it's simple, it's got that awesome replayability value, and who doesn't like killing your friends in stupid, ridiculous ways? Now, the Kickstarter page is live. Go click the link in the description if you're watching this on YouTube to go back the project today. If you've been inspired by this video and how the game plays, etc., go back the page. If you're on Kickstarter right now and you're watching this video, go and back this project if you think this game is for you. Without further ado, guys, please leave a like on this video. A like is much appreciated. If you've enjoyed this content and want to check out any more content that I do on this YouTube channel, because this YouTube channel I do board, miniature and video game related content, why not check out my channel by clicking that little annotation there. And if you want to subscribe, that's always a beautiful thing too. So without further ado, take care, have a good one, and please go back Badly Drawn Death.